So should we talk about Taylor Swift and Ticketmaster?
I mean, it's relevant to what we are doing here, I guess.
And I had a similar experience to what the Taylor Swift fans are feeling right now when I tried to get the Blink-182 reunion tour tickets. Well, I should say, Jen, my wife, had the situation. I didn't have the situation because I was at work. Anyway, she did all the Ticketmaster things that you do now, like you pre-enroll,
right,
and like you
become a fan.
You become a fan of the artist,
right,
and you get possibly access to the pre-sale,
right,
and that all went off without a hitch, but she still couldn't get tickets,
right,
and then she had to go through secondary markets. Our initial plan was to go to the Garden to see Blink, but it was impossible to do that. So then we said we should go to the UBS because it's a new arena. We want to see what it's like. That was also impossible. And then finally she's like, all right, well, we're not going to get these tickets. But then one of her friends said, they're playing at Barclays also. So she got on there and somehow got 3 tickets together. Last row in the entire place. $600 for the 3 of them. And then minutes after she did that was when it started going up like to $600 per ticket for the last row. So we got in just under the wire, and like $600 and something is still a lot of money to see Blink-182. But it's the reunited Blink-182 with Tom is back.
Right.
So we're into it.
I paid $450 for Guns N' Roses. I mean,
for a single ticket.
For a single ticket, yeah.
For the reunion or
the first tour, yeah.
Wow.
I did that 2 weekends in a row.
But I mean, what's going on with Taylor Swift is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Ticketmaster in general. I mean, for a long time. I mean, you go back to like Pearl Jam when they were boycotting.
Yeah.
The price gouging more or less.
Right, and that was before computers took over.
Yeah, you had to actually call, or I think I was talking to my sister about this. They should just go back to you have to go stand in line at the box office.
Yep.
Wait overnight. Like it's actually fun. Like it's actually enjoyable
it's an experience
to go camp out all night long, meet people.
Especially because you're with people that enjoy the music of the artist that you're going to see.
You get a folding chair, you sit down and you hang out, you have a couple drinks and hang out all night long, and wait till the place opens up and like, I'm getting my tickets.
I never had that experience.
No?
No. The first concert I went to was Metallica, and then my brother had bought those tickets, and every concert I had seen up until that point, someone else got the tickets for it.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on with Ticketmaster at first. When I first heard it, like I heard how I got it was people were buying the tickets. They sold out in minutes,
and they were not getting them.
And then I heard, and then they were reselling them on like StubHub and stuff like that.
Right? Yeah. Well, I mean, which is always the case. You can right now go get tickets for Taylor Swift, and it's going to be $5,000.
Right, but the problem, I thought like you were buying the tickets. And then you were putting them on StubHub. The problem is they found out that Ticketmaster is buying the tickets,
right,
and then reselling them on StubHub.
And also, what is happening is, it's the same thing is going on with Bruce Springsteen, but he's being more of a dick about it than Taylor Swift. Big surprise, Bruce Springsteen's being a dick. Bruce Springsteen is a notorious dick.
Well, he speaks his mind and says before he believes. Right. That's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, there's something to be said for that. But
yeah.
He's saying, tickets are $5,000, but if you pay the $5,000, go to my show, and then when you're leaving, don't think it was worth that, I'll give you a refund.
Who's gonna?
That's what I'm saying. Like he's being a dick.
Who are you telling that to?
His fans. He's saying.
No, but who do you complain to?
If he's not being genuine, he's saying I'm worth $5,000. That's what he's saying.
I don't think so.
So, but what Taylor Swift has done is tell Ticketmaster that this is unacceptable. And again, Taylor Swift is revolutionizing the way people do things. Just like she re-recorded
right.
entire albums.
Well, it's like Radiohead when they recorded their own album and they released it for a penny.
Right,
You know?
so that they have access to their catalog and things like that. Taylor Swift is now taking on Ticketmaster head on.
More people got to back her up. I mean, there shouldn't be a monopoly. It's crazy. There should be one place where you can get tickets.
There is no other option than to buy tickets from Ticketmaster. I mean, there is the StubHub, but that's all secondary market. That's after it's been bought.
Right.
What they're discovering too is it's not people buying this thing.
Right.
These tickets. It's
bots.
It's bots.
Yeah.
And what a bot is someone for around, say a bot can cost upwards of $15,000 for a bot for this program that is basically a robocaller.
Yeah.
It can go
call dozens of times.
It can go 1,000 times faster than a human being can do. And the bot will get all of the tickets that it can get, which is sometimes thousands of tickets.
Right.
One bot. Where we're coming into a problem is people are buying these bots and they're legal to buy. But they're saying, what, so you don't think I have to recoup the money for this thing that I bought?
Right.
Well,
even that, if you bought that and you paid for it, and you did what you had to do, like, I'm not against that.
No.
I'm against Ticketmaster doing it. Like, if they're buying the bots and buying the tickets and then reselling them, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Like, you're buying your own product and then selling it for more.
I wasn't aware that it was actually Ticketmaster buying the tickets.
Yeah.
I thought it was people with bots.
I mean, that's the understanding that I got. And I mean, I could, be misled in that too. So, but that was the understanding that I got. That Live Nation is buying the tickets.
Wow.
And
yeah, that wouldn't be okay.
So curious to see what you guys think about that.
Also, tell us about your recent ticket buying experiences, because we saw Elton John at MetLife, and it was a super pleasant experience buying the tickets. They only cost $80 a pop. We were way, way up there, though.
Yeah, my mom went to that show, too.
It was an awesome show.
Yeah.
We had recently seen AJR, tiny little niche band that's actually coming into their own right now. Those were a little more expensive, but we saw them at a small outdoor venue in Queens, and it was excellent. Another excellent show. Really easy to buy the tickets.
Yeah.
How were the tickets when you purchased them for Chris Stapleton?
They were a birthday gift. I didn't purchase them, but my sister did. She went on and bought them. And that was like right after COVID. Like
it was one of the
first
very
concerts,
first shows
that were available to go to. And,
that was like a weird experience. Like, I enjoyed it a lot, but it was like the first time I had been out, and like it was just
it was
business as usual.
Yeah, it was fun watching people like that didn't have their COVID.
That was when you had to show a positive COVID test or a negative COVID test or your
and you listen to people like they took it. It was a piece of paper. They read it and let me in.
Like, yeah.
Like, I feel real safe.
They didn't care.
I know right now my sister, she was trying to get Pink tickets. It's Pink and Pat Benatar.
I heard Pink is getting tough to get also.
Yeah. She said they were up to like $1,000.
I mean, if you think an artist is worth that money,
well, I mean, I know Pink does an amazing show. Her trapeze artist stuff that she does and everything is supposed to be really spectacular, but that's a lot of money. Pat Benatar and Pink together that's a good ticket. I saw Pat.
I don't know that I'd pay $1,000, but I'd pay to see it.
No, but Ticketmaster sucks, man. I was so happy back in the '90s when Pearl Jam boycotted them, said we're not putting our tickets.
It didn't do anything.
It didn't.
And I wonder if this is going to do anything.
I want to see Pearl Jam back up with Taylor Swift, because they are still one of the highest drawing artists. Mm-hmm. So you got the highest selling artist, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And then one of the highest selling artists touring, someone like Metallica, like bands like that Lars has something to say about this. Yeah. There's no way
he's very opinionated.
He's going to keep his mouth shut. He likes his money.
Yep.
He likes to keep it all in his pocket.
Yep.
Which it's his. I don't blame him.
I don't begrudge him for doing what he did. He just did it like an asshole.
Yeah. Well, there's tact, there's ways of doing things. But,
all right,
we're rambling on.
That's about our Ticketmaster. Sorry to have
opinions.
Lady Gaga picture behind our Ticketmaster rant, but we're in the middle of our Lady Gaga episode.
Yeah.
Don't forget to listen to those videos. Like, follow, subscribe, and share. Tell us about your recent purchasing of tickets and how well or badly it went.
I'd like to hear about any people that have actually stayed overnight and slept overnight for awesome tickets and any cool experiences. So I'd like to hear about that.
All right. See you guys later.
Guys.